ZANU PF Youth leader, that is Tino Machakaire, had no kind words to Wicknell Chivayo, following him manipulating the state institutions to get his ex-mother-in-law as well as ex-wife arrested. You would understand that these individuals have been in prison for almost a week, and they decided to withdraw their case following mounting pressure. And one thing that is common between Tino Machaka, it's confusing when you are analyzing and following the events in ZANU PF. Tino Machakaire, when it comes to Wicknell Chivayo, united with Temba Mliso, and they confronted Wicknell Chivayo. And Wicknell Chivayo has been the funder of the Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3 of Emerson Dambuzo Mnangagwa. This is the man that has been funding this particular bill. So you can tell that there is something awkward is happening within ZANU PF. Something that unusual is actually taking place in ZANU PF. Why all of a sudden, if you look at what is happening around Wicknell Chivayo, there is a lot that has been happening. He has been reprimanded for quite some time. And that cannot be in isolation. It may be an indication that Mnangagwa is also getting of this man altogether, because individuals like Machakaire cannot take that independent decision to take head-on Wicknell Chivayo. And Mnangagwa somehow, because of what Blessed Geza has told us about, that somehow Mnangagwa seems to be afraid of Wicknell Chivayo, to disassociate with Wicknell Chivayo, and quite a number of people within, especially those who have been funding him, even Gudawashe Takure, who was used to actually silence Gudawashe Takure. It is none other than this also Chikananda. All these people, they are used, set up against each other. But one thing that seems to unite them is their support for Mnangagwa. Gudawashe Takure and Tungwara, they had a standoff, a serious standoff, and Barakashis, at one point, they were confused as to what exactly is happening. So, I've read this statement about Tino Machakaire, where he says, as a father, I believe one of the greatest responsibilities of a man is to honor and appreciate the woman who carries and nurtures the children. That becomes part of his family. And I've said this is nothing less than direct confrontation to Wicknell Chivayo over his actions towards the ex-mother-in-law as well as the ex-wife. I think also this shows someone who has, Wicknell Chivayo seems to, what he has demonstrated, to me, it shows beyond reasonable doubt that maybe he still have feelings with the ex-wife, because you cannot be doing this. What is the current wife saying, especially when he sees this man misusing his power, misusing the resources that obviously he did not work for, he did not get them through clean ways. So he continues to say, as a Minister of Youth, I wish to encourage our young citizens to embrace a culture of respect, dignity, and restraint. In simple terms, he's saying Wicknell Chivayo is disrespectful, he is not a dignified man, and he is someone who cannot restrain himself, particularly in moments of disagreement or personal conflict. And that was just a disagreement or a personal conflict which could have been addressed without even dragging the already tainted name of Mnangagwa. So he goes on to say, true leadership is not demonstrated to intimidation intimidation, abuse of authority, or misuse of influence against others, especially women and elderly. And that, this is a strong statement. No grievance, misunderstanding, or separation should ever justify the use of power, money, or office to suppress, intimidate, or humiliate another family. Our children learn, but also apart from what is being raised by this particular minister, is for these institutions to allow this to happen. You see, in a normal country, there could have been consequences for this. Someone's called Baba Katero says, Chifuta arikuta gunowonerero uyo. So it was clear who this message. And then Chavepi says, but that woman, ane yap yakanyanyisa, she provoked Wicknell to limits. Imagine after being given everything in millions, not take Nemun. Said it what was right, these are the bootlickers. This time that woman Achati, whatever, I can't read the end, that other word. And then Tinoma Chakaire had to respond and say, good morning, say, I understand that emotions and opinions may differ, but I believe it is important that we handle family matters with dignity and maturity. Many men today are silently going through difficult personal struggles, with some unfortunately even losing hope in life. Chaka Fukidza Zimba Matenga. Every home has its own challenges. As men, let us choose restraint, wisdom, and respect, because society often judges us more by how we respond in difficult moments than by the situation itself. So it became clear, and people were saying, well said, honorable, that is Kono Chirand, well said, honorable minister, let's respect Bakati Bedu, Bakati Zwarerabana, and their immediate family. Naturally, women talk and they always want to win an argument. Sakangatisa Zikise Kusika Palevu Rabo, Murume Chaiye doesn't seek revenge against a woman. And this is what we have been seeing. And then Brigadier General retired Ambrose, there is an account, I don't know whether it's real or fake, says, young men, this is not a good platform on which to air your grievance or advance your narrative against your fellow ZANU PF members. That's not the ZANU PF way. You young people in positions of authority should be warned against such barbaric behavior. So you can tell that, because this is a man of also Mnangagwa that is being attacked here by this youth leader. So I'm wondering what is happening within the camp of Mnangagwa. There seems to be a lot of disorder, but the message has been sent and clear. This is what the people also have been speaking. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Ogangubu Mhlabane is signing off. Let me love and leave you. Let's meet on the other side of the live broadcast as I continue to give you more.